So today I want to show you in ChiroTouch how you can use different case types to track escrow within the system itself. So as you can see here, we have a tester patient who is a cash case type. We can see that they came in for their first visit, they paid for that day. Here was their R1 visit, they paid for that day. And then on 5/6, you can see they got an adjustment and they accepted the doctor's care plan. It looks like we did therapy on the 10th, and then they got an adjustment on both of these dates. So just to kind of give you a little rundown of what we're looking at here. So what we've done is we've set this patient up with an alternate case type. And if you're not aware, you just click that little double arrow at the upper right hand corner, and it's going to give you this patient and any other cases that they may have. From here, you can have, if you have an active patient who, let's say, was in a automobile accident, you can come in here and click add case and then click on, say, PI and hit OK. And it would create an alternate case type as you see here. So it's going to give you that opportunity to copy the patient's name, demographic information, but you can assign a different file number if you'd like to that other case, and all of the appointments and the ledgers are separate. So this is where we're going to take advantage of this feature to utilize for escrow. So what I've done is I've set up an escrow case type here. I'm going to hit OK to switch to this ledger, and you can see here on 5/6 we show that they paid it in full, so $2,896.48. So there's where we put it in that they paid cash for it. Now the most important thing here is you need an alternate provider. And what I've done is I've gone into maintenance and just added a third provider, because you see I got Dr. Landers and then I have Dr. T, but then I have this escrow provider. So this is going to be key for you keeping the escrow money separate as far as reports are concerned. And if you need help with that part, let me know. So once we've assigned the primary provider and billing provider as escrow, we can deposit any money here. And if we switch back to the cash case, which is really like the active case that this patient is really being billed for, we can see at the end of this week they are up to $249 balance. So let's say now is the time that you want to transfer money from the escrow account into this case to satisfy it. You would just go to your escrow account. We're going to do new other transaction, and we're going to just put transfer from escrow, and from there we're going to use the $249 to debit that amount. So now you can see that their credit has now been reduced from $28.96 to $26.47. And then we'll go back into cash and we're going to new payment, $249. And in this case, we're going to use direct debit, and I'll show you why shortly. So post that. So now we've satisfied the balance in question. And again, because this patient will be set up under whichever doctor, I've got it set up under Dr. T at this point, that will now be realized as collections for your office. So I could go into reports, I can do my end of day transaction, and like I'll pull it for today for Dr. T, because our tester patient is set up under Dr. T. We'll be able to see that $249 collection on her end of day transaction activity sheet. So if you go to the last page, you can see right there under direct debit. Just to recap, in the escrow account, if they paid in cash or check or credit card, you're just going to post it correctly there, like as whatever type of payment it is. But then when you pull it out, you're going to use other transaction. But on the patient side, on the active ledger side, you always need to use direct debit, because if you use other transaction, it will fall into this other category, and you won't show a correlation in your collection totals. So then the other part of this is I can run a aged patient receivables report for my escrow account, and I don't need to change anything here. And what this will do is show me how much total money should I have in the escrow account. So as you can see here, I've got my tester patient. We can see that their last payment, which was their pay in full of $28.96, is different from their current balance. If you had multiple patients here, your totals for that escrow account, this would be the actual amount you would want to keep in your escrow account at the bank. Depending on where you are and what your financial situation is, you may run this every week, or you may decide, well, I'm going to run this once a month and then reconcile that account. So if your escrow account only had, say, $2,500 and we run this report and we see $26.47, then that means you need to put money into that escrow account. But if you've got, say, $3,000 in that escrow account and you run this report and you see it's $26.47, then you can pull some money out and put that into your working account. So either way, you're always going to just reconcile that escrow account based on this report. And so, like I said, it's just up to you if you want to do that weekly or monthly. So I hope that helps. That gives you one way to utilize ChiroTouch for that, so you don't have to have multiple ledgers in multiple places. If I can help you further, if you need more detailed information, just let me know.